Alright guys, hi, welcome to a backtesting session, okay? I think this is the 12th, 12th one. So basically I've already done a little bit of due diligence. What do we see? We're gonna go into Friday the 5th of May and we have NFP and unemployment rate at 8:30. So it's kind of the same trade as today on the trade recap. But yeah, we can see that on the daily high time frame we are bullish, okay? High highs, high lows. Here we're kind of chopping around in a bit of a range around these highs. But what happens very clearly is we get an SMT divergence, okay, a bullish SMT divergence on a bullish high time frame narrative, okay, and NQ comes in and fills this gap perfectly, okay. We do also have a close below the previous day's low, okay. We have a close below. We have a little, obviously, gap liquidity void that price just shoots down and that's the open, but we do close below, okay. So high time for narrative, very bullish. SMT, okay. However, given this close, we could see price drawing further down into internal liquidity, right? Because we are trading within a large range. Okay, so let me just bang. This is a closer discount. Price may want to reach internal liquidity, right? Discount, price moving off higher. Okay. Given what obviously the 4 hour and the 1 hour does, that's what we'll defer what wagwan. Okay, literally wagwan. But yeah, so on the 4 hour, what do we see? Let me just skip onto midnight. We have bearish rally being respected. I'm doing this whilst the baked oats cake is being cooled down. 14, yep. So we have a respect to this bullish gap as well. Just mark up this high. Mark out this intermediate high. Obviously, that intermediate high is important because if we break past it, then we are just following the high time frame narrative. There we go. There we go. There we go. Anything to the left? Anything to the left? Oh, okay. So yeah, overall, we see price sort of respecting bearish price action. So let's just mark that out. On the 4 hour, prior to the sweep, we can see price respecting bearish PDAs and moving consequently lower. Okay. What else? We are sort of staying within the bullish NQ daily gap. Okay. Let's look at the hourly. I want to see key moments for a change, you know? Sweep this low, change the state delivery is here on the 1 hour, change state delivery is here on the 1 hour, okay? Do we see anything interesting on the 1 hour? Do you guys see anything interesting on the 1 hour? I just see this high as a form of buy side as well as this one. Okay, so let's just say 1 hour. Oh shit, no, what's going on? What the fuck? That's bad, bro. Okay. 1 hour doesn't seem to provide anything important in terms of price action yet. Okay. We are obviously seeing some move higher from that sweep on the daily. Okay, that is clear. Obviously, we are moving higher now. So let's get into pre-market analysis. So we can see, let's mark out London, no, midnight open, midnight, midnight. Okay. And more so, let's actually look at what London does. Okay. Okay, cool. It just kind of trades within the range, right? It doesn't do anything of importance. It's the first time I've seen London actually consolidate. Holy shit. Bang. Do that. Do that. London kind of just takes up both sides of Asia, doesn't it? Bridge, still, sharp machine. Okay, very nice. Midnight. Okay. On NQ, we get a clearer sight showing price trading lower before moving higher. ES does the same, but looks more like a chop to me. Okay. On top of this, London does nothing of significance. It takes out both ranges, both sides of the Asian range, Asian session really, and does not provide any displacement higher or lower. Okay. In this case, we wait for 8:30 a.m. news as well as New York AM. Okay. Cool beans. Let's just hop back on the 1 hour. Do we see anything? Do we see anything? Bullish gap. Okay. Kind of move away from the bullish gap. It's cool. Change the state delivery. I think yeah. Okay. So let's just keep going. Oh. What the sorry. So we do get a change in the state of delivery. Do you deliver? So you get a change in state delivery on ES. Press rallies on higher. Cool. Now, let me actually get rid of these boxes because they are just noise now. It was just for interpretation. Steady up. Okay, I'm leaning towards being more bullish than anything. Why? Well, obviously we get the change in the state delivery on ES with NQ to most likely follow. Okay. So let's just quickly talk about that. So prior to news release, ES has a news state delivery higher with NQ likely to follow. Okay. Just delete these. We do also displace higher out of those areas of PSL on yes. Okay. Same with NQ. Okay, but I just can't be able to type it. So this is really bugging me. I just want to get it on 8:30. Okay, okay. Okay. See, I was about to mark that as 9:30 open, but it's not. Okay. London lows could be a potential area of interest. Let's see. I am just trying to see if there is anything. There is a bullish gap. There is a bullish gap. We do get the change of the state derivative though, so price is likely to move lower, right, into a deeper range prior to providing anything of importance. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, so um, cool. We just look like we're pushing higher. Okay, so let's mark out this data low because that's quite important. It's within the change of state delivery. So let's just mark this as New York Open. New York Open. Oh, nice. Look at that perfect respect. Okay. Um, that I actually really like. Bullish, value gap. So let's just talk about it. Um, news release results in a respect of a bullish hourly gap on NQ, as well as it dipping down into the hourly Wednesday delivery. Okay. I am new game is about to open, and I am interested seeing if it will manipulate lower, taking out data lows or possibly London lows before rallying higher. To me, this looks like a clear bullish day. It could also be a continuation with no need of taking it out data lows, data or London lows. Okay. So let's just see what price does. A bit lower. Okay. Cool, cool. Do you see anything on the 5 minute? Nope. Okay. Okay, very cool. We have 15 more minutes before we get a thingy. Now, what I think is interesting to me is this seems to possibly be a continuation trade. Let's use the data low. Nothing. My guess is price will probably still continue rallying on higher. Oh, okay, we start to actually get a little bit of a down close candle. Still no bullish gap yet. Okay, like I said, I was right. Okay, now in this case, let's just kind of reset. That's liquidity taken, that's fine. Lock that out. away. Um, okay. Is that noise? That is noise. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, let's just mention we get changes to delivery higher on both pairs. We get a ZSE higher on both assets. This looks like it will be a continuation long sort of day. Okay, so what am I waiting on? The range to kind of close. Price is just pushing higher, and there's nothing that I can really do for it at the minute. Obviously, you could maybe go into like a fucking 1 minute and be like, take a trade here or some dumb shit like that. But that's too risky for me. Okay. I like to be a lot more confident. Okay. Okay. This might be our first down close candle. Nope. I mean, we do get a down close on yes. We are still pumping higher. In this case here, what I'm going to look for is a 5 minute displacement leg. Actually, no, I'm going to be way more safe than that. Okay, so that's our first down close candle. Boom, 15-minute gap. Is there an hourly gap? Yes, there is. Yep. Okay, we're not seeing anything yummy here. We're just kind of consolidating. Could this be the reason that we trade high and I missed the trade? Yeah, cool. That's fine. Rich bitch to shop machine. Don't know, to me, just this looks like a complete rally day. Okay, we might have a trade set up here. It was like the very end of the day. In this case, I'd be more so interested in like getting like a little scalp rather than anything. In all honesty. Let's just see. Yeah, once again, it's this is weird, you know, very weird. Where is the draw? Okay, I do feel a bit of an impulse of myself brushing. So I'm gonna take a bit of a chill pill. Let me slow down a bit. Okay, let's wait for the next down close candle. Okay. Bang. Um, low key, this is maybe like the only thing that I see. But like now, obviously, given that it's reach this area, I would be way more, mm, now we have reached an area where we've swept our high and we've got an SMT, okay? And it's the last hour, so I'm not gonna bother trading. So let's just say NA, um, no trade taken today. We had a massive rally and had good market conditions, but no trade had presented itself. Okay, so realistically, this is just all getting deleted. As there was no trade, but I'm interested to see if price from this area would rally on higher or if it would continue lower. Okay, we get a small retracement and we just doubt we move higher. Yeah, we just start crashing down because we reached that high. Okay. So that's that for today's episode. Hope you guys learned something from it. There's gonna be days where you've got just straight bullish candles. Like this for value up is definitely gonna be revisited as well as this one, 100%. We also do have an SMT, so who knows? We could expect some bearish price action eventually one day, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that was that. Hope you guys learned something from it, and I'll see you lot maybe tomorrow for backtesting session. Goodbye.